Hello, how are you doing? I'm happy to come across your path again today. And today I came with an exciting word of encouragement. And before we dive into what I have for us today, I want to encourage you to please like this video, share this video, and I would like also to read your comments. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so, and you will not regret doing so. So quickly, let's go into what I have for us today. Today, I want to share with us what I have captioned the 7 doors of amazement in a relationship. 7 doors of amazement in a relationship. This is so exciting. What are these 7 doors of amazement in a relationship? Number one is the door of admiration. In every relationship we enter into or we are into, it starts with admiration. We started by admiring somebody. I want to believe you listening to me right now, maybe there is somebody that you are admiring. And at this level, you are not close in the personal sense towards the person you are admiring. You may be close in the sense that you work in the same office with this individual, you live in the same neighborhood with this individual, you always find yourself in the same social gathering with this individual, but in a personal sense, there is no relationship. You are not close to this person, but you admire the person. You admire the way they carry themselves, the way they dress, the way they talk. You admire their mannerism, their maturity. It's a good feeling. And when we find ourselves at this level of admiration, you always long within you to see this person. There is this longing, there is this joy that comes when you see this person. You feel satisfied, you feel fulfilled. It's a good feeling, it's a good thing. And when we find ourselves at this level, it now ushered us to the next door, which is the door of feeling. After admiration comes feeling, because admiration will most of the time give birth to feeling. The more you admire somebody, the easier for you to develop feeling to that person becomes. So most of the time, the people we develop feeling towards are the ones we have been admiring secretly. That's why we have the word secret admirer. So the person you admire for some time, you develop feelings towards that person. And this is good because feeling now draws you closer to the person. The stronger the feeling, the more you become close to this individual. Because feeling is like a magnet that pulls you. And once you start developing feelings towards this particular individual, unknowingly you will release some signals to this person. You will release some signals to this person. And this is very, very interesting because when that feeling is developed, plus the level of admiration that you have already gone through, what you see at this level is only the positive things that you want to see. You only see how the smile of the person is so charming, is so exciting. The way they dress, the way they carry themselves. Feelings speak more of the sentiments, the attractions, the pleasure that comes with it. And it's so exciting. And after this level of feelings, it now ushers you to another door, which is the door of discovery. Remember, the first door, the door of admiration, you are from a distance admiring the person. And this leads you to the second door, which is feeling. Once feelings is there, feelings now draws you closer to this person, and that ushers you to another door, which is the door of discovery. It's a door of discovery. At this level, You are not just enjoying what you feel, but you start seeing certain things beyond the feeling. That's where you start to discover who this individual is, certain characters, traits that they have, certain flaws that they have, certain habits. You start to discover the culture. You start to discover their maturity. You start to discover their level of understanding, their sense, the way they reason. You discover a lot at this level of discovery. Most of the time, for some people, it has the potential to kill whatever thing they have ever felt towards this individual. For example, this person you have admired from a distance for a very long time, and you have developed feelings towards, and the feeling has brings you or brought you closer to the person. Now, suddenly you discover that this particular individual do not have a very good relationship with water and soap. You now discover that this individual have a serious anger issue. You now discover that this individual is deep in debt. But this is somebody you already have feeling towards. You now discover that this individual is not truthful. They are not honest. You discover that this individual, everything they have been portraying was just a mask. Who they truly are is completely different from what they have made you to believe or to understand. The level of discovery. At this level, you discover not only the negative things, you also discover certain strengths about the person, certain positive things about this person that may either encourage the feelings or take the feeling to another level. Now, after this level of discovery, it now ushers you to the next level, which is the level of learning. The level of learning. Because of the things that you now know about this individual, you start to learn how to live with this individual. You start to learn how to relate with this individual. You learn about them. At this level, that is where the big decision comes in. Because you are learning so much about this particular individual, you have to make some decisions. Do I continue? Do I stay in this relationship? Should I keep going and see where it will lead me to? And after learning, it ushers us to the fifth door, which is the door of understanding. You now start to gain understanding. You gain understanding about this individual, who they are, what they actually represent, their background, where they are going, where they are heading to, what is their vision in life, what is their goal, what do they want to achieve, what is really their aim towards you, what's their goal, what do they really want from this relationship. The understanding is very, very important. You see, in the Bible, there is a passage in the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 3. The Bible says, it's a question the Bible was asking. It said, can two walk together except they be in agreement? You see, two people cannot relate except they are in agreement. Once there is agreement, then you can relate. It doesn't mean that you will have agreement all the time, but there should be certain things fundamental things that both of you must come to an agreement. You people must be in one accord for a relationship to grow, to develop. Now, this door of understanding now usher us to another door, the sixth door, which is the door of compromise. Because you have discovered so many things, you have learned from what you have discovered, you now have an understanding. You are now in a position to make compromise. And most of the time, we make compromise to accommodate the person we're in relationship with, to accommodate them. But when the compromise becomes too heavy to bear, then it is advised that you let go. You can't live a life where you compromise all your standards, all your values, all your principles, just because you want to be in relationship with somebody. That is not fair. It's like denying yourself life just because you want another person to feel okay. It's not fair. I won't encourage anyone to do that, because myself, I will not accept it. Yes, we must make compromises when we are in relationship with people, but it should be balanced. And at this level, you have to be very careful not to find yourself in a situation where the person on the other end expects you to be the one to always make the adjustment. No, it's not fair. You can't be in a relationship by yourself. For you to be in a relationship, it means there is somebody somewhere where you are in relationship with. It takes two to tangle. And for you to relate with this individual, the same way you will make compromises to accommodate them, they also must be willing to make certain compromise to accommodate you, because we are not perfect. We are two individuals who were raised in two different backgrounds. We have different culture. We have different level of education. We have different way we were raised in different environment, from different homes, different parents. So we are completely different, but we come together to build something beautiful. For that to happen, both of us must be willing to make compromises. And it's so amazing when people genuinely accept to make compromise to accommodate their partner, to accommodate the one they are in relationship with. Now, after this level, it now leads us to the last door, which is the door. This now leads us to the last door, which is the door of adapting. Adapting. Now you adapt yourself to fit in a relationship. There is a lot of adaptation that is required for any relationship to be built and become stronger. You can't be that individual who always say, this is the way I am, and expect to have a successful relationship. It's not possible. It's not possible. That's the reason why you see some people, after so many years or months, they will just get up one day, they said, it's enough, I can't take it anymore. It's enough, I can't take it anymore. Why? Is because they have tried their best to make certain compromises. They have compromised their standard. They have compromised their principles just to accommodate. But when they come to a certain level where they now realize that I can adapt my life to fit in to what this individual want me to become. So what will happen? They will give up. They will abandon. They will throw in the towel. They will close the door. They will walk away from that relationship. So a lot of relationships have collapsed when it gets to this seventh door of adapting, where people start asking real questions. People become sincere with themselves. It's not longer about the feelings. It's no longer about what I have admired. It's no longer how much I have invested. It's no longer how long I have been with this person. But you ask yourself real question, is this what my life will be summarized by? Am I going to end the rest of my life adapting to this? And it's so amazing when people get to this level, because it brings out certain things that you may have tried to cover. You may have tried to suppress for them not to come out. But suddenly, it's like you open a pressure pot when it's still boiling. You can imagine the effect, what will happen. So, friends, I want to encourage you, take a retrospect and ask yourself certain questions. Which door are you standing right now vis-a-vis your relationship? Are you still at the level of admiration, or you are at the level of feelings, or you are at the level of learning, or you are at the level, or you have the level of discovery, the level of learning, the level of understanding, the level of compromise, or you are at the level of adapting? Now, when you identify the level you find yourself, ask yourself, do you have what it takes to open the next door? Are you willing to open the next door? You see, I have this principle that relationship is not by force, it's by choice. That's to say, never allow yourself to be pressured into any relationship, or to stay into any relationship by force or by pressure or by intimidation, because of what you don't want people to think or to say. Stay in a relationship because you choose to, because you want to, and because you have valid reason and you feel comfortable and protected to be in that relationship. I'll be excited to hear your thoughts, to read your comments, and see you another time. Stay blessed.